Welcome to the Monkeycast, and today I'm Aaron, and here's my co-host Tomas and Ethan. And today we're going to be
Yo.
discussing the sixth Sustainable Development Goal, clean water. So to start off, what do you guys think about it?
Um,
Well, it's very important. I mean,
urine filtration.
but
I think one of the main problems is that 2.3 billion people lack basic hygiene. Now, a lot of these people are in areas such as India and in the Middle East, and so I really think that we should create ways to give these people the knowledge that they need.
I
yeah,
feel
like
like
in the more rural areas.
I feel like
Urban areas.
people should invest more in forms of like water filtration because you can see all these videos on YouTube of like science people like Mark Rober or someone like that making these like really simple and mass producible like water filters which produce legitimately drinkable water.
Yeah,
I think
and
people and governments should invest in things like that for clean water.
yeah, but I mean, there's kind of a problem with that because like if we start taking too much like salt water, then like won't some fish die? Some
Well, I
lives
mean,
in the ocean.
I don't mean like water from the ocean. I mean like water, like if you have
Oh, you mean urine?
no, not urine, like water that's been polluted with like trash and stuff.
Yes, that's
So
what I
like
mean.
rivers?
Yeah.
Water from
Yeah.
mainly dirty water from bodies of water such as rivers, lakes, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
the fresh water or clean water.
And it might help with collecting the trash and removing them from such bodies.
Countries such as India, they're not very sure on how to maintain a decent water source, like with the Ganges River.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They the holy river, but these Indians, they pollute it. They don't take good care of it. It used to be a fresh water source, but now it's polluted.
Yeah.
You get pink eye from it now, and
like
Oh.
this. I'm not really fully aware of the complete religious importance of the Ganges, but it's definitely an area where we could use some more advanced like filtration methods.
Yeah,
Yes,
to
I agree.
at least like make it clean again, at least. Right.
Another statistic is that 46% of people lack safely managed sanitation. So, for example, I have a personal anecdote about this. In rural China,
Wait. Yeah. Also about like the water stuff. People, people. I remember people in like Africa. They have to walk what for 2 hours just to get water from a well. Like, shouldn't we should be building more like, or at least somehow supplying those kinds of people with water.
The
Right?
thing with that is you need money to create. You need funds to build the infrastructure to transport water. But yeah, that's definitely a problem.
yeah, so as I was saying, safely managed sanitation. So, proper working toilets that aren't just holes in the ground. All of these things.
Wait, is pea fertilizer? I could have sworn. I
So,
heard
this is going to be fertilizer. So, in fact, these poor hygiene, lack of sanitation, can increase risks of COVID-19. Yes.
Well, of course.
And apparently, according to a study, the poor hygiene of Indians has kept them from acquiring severe COVID-19.
Urine is a fertilizer. It's a crop
Yes,
fertilizer.
fertilizer. You don't know.
Oh yeah. So I mean, isn't peeing in holes fine?
I mean, depends on where the holes are located.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, about that thing with preventing Indians from like poor hygiene preventing Indians from getting COVID-19. Well, I mean, they're still getting COVID, but there's a point there to be made that I think I'm not sure where I first heard about this or if it was in some paper or something, but apparently one of the reasons the British have, I'm not sure if it's just the British, but Europeans have widespread nut allergies is because they aren't being exposed to enough, like, not really natural substances, but like soil and nuts and the outdoor. Like, everything is sterile. There's a point here where, like,
All of that is to be considered. One of my main concerns with this is that there's a very high risk of infections with poor hygiene. Infections that could possibly
Yeah.
be fatal.
yeah,
That's why ivermectin is, despite its recent controversies, it's been so heavily used to get rid of parasites from poor hygiene.
yeah.
Yeah, like-
So definitely don't keep a very dirty environment. Yes, but don't a too clean environment. I'm not sure.
I personally think that spreading awareness in this case, unlike peace, justice, and good institutions, would be a very good way of preventing this. So, teaching people how to properly wash themselves, teaching
Yeah.
people these basic rudimentary skills.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, you can, even something as simple as like cleaning your room or doing your laundry, or even changing your clothes, you know.
Yes, that's something I think people should learn. And about clean water, one of the most effective ways to get rid of dirt in fresh water is to boil it. That's something that people should consider in areas with poor filtration systems, poor sewage
Yeah.
systems. That's something people should consider. Like
It's very simple.
in Mexico, although their water is still apparently potable according to the government, it has a lot of parasites in it. So people, in desperation, they resort to drinking Coke. Just had the diabetes epidemic in Mexico, and that's something should be rectified. So funds sent to these countries would obviously be misappropriated. So I think a good practice would be to teach people to boil their water.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially in areas where filtration is not very accessible. Like you mentioned earlier, Ethan, in like rural Africa.
Yeah, and then
I also feel like for that there should be like more public sanitation sites, because for people that don't really have access to that kind of stuff, or they can't afford it, or
yeah,
things like that.
especially during COVID,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we should try to educate people. We should try to find a way to spread awareness. Because again, when it comes to something that people can change on a personal level, spreading awareness is one of the best things we can do. Teach people how to wash themselves. Teach people the good practices of boiling water and those ways instead of resorting to drinks like Coca-Cola.
yeah.
These are fundamental things that yes.
Another thing that falls under this goal apparently is the loss of wetland environments throughout the world and how this is mainly due to loss of mainly due to like deforestation, introduction of invasive species, pollution, and this is more of a not really focused on the this is not specific to or this encompasses several different goals, but apparently between 1970 and 2015 natural wetlands shrank by 35%, which is 3 times the rate of forest loss. So that's another concern that we should probably seek to address in some way.
So again, that's something.
Things like this has been caused by things like dams being built and places, which is interesting because like this sort of links into other goals with dams being used for hydroelectric power, but at the same time, like draining these wetlands, so we need to sort of, figure out what we want to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So those are some things that we should also consider. In general, boiling water. Taking care, don't not polluting your freshwater sources would be one of the best practices here. Don't litter. Don't throw waste into your water. Don't pollute your bodies of water. That's something that
Yeah,
that institution.
especially if you live near big like rivers like the Thames or the Ganges. Don't throw things into those rivers. They're already very polluted, and throwing more waste into them will give the people trying to fix this problem a hard time.
Yeah.
Okay, and on that note, thank you for listening to the Monkeycast, and we'll see you next. First, we'll see you for
Subscribe
next
to
time.
Monkeycast official on YouTube and Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah. So, see you.